Hi, YouTube. How you doing? This is usually me. Ready? Sitting there freaking trying to be cool. Sitting there trying to play cool. Before I lose my fucking cool. Yep. Try not to lose my cool. Good grief. We'll see who gets on here. Yep. It's February. Making phone calls. Getting some stuff done. Trying to figure out what's going on with my car. Yeah, this is me playing it cool. Had my battery tested. That was good. I do need a new wire though. Positive one. Which is the expensive one because the negative one is only $9. The positive wire is $90. That's what I need. Sorry for the so went out and jumped my car. Nothing wrong with the battery. Shocker. Nothing wrong with the battery. Just the battery wire, which is almost as much as battery. Then it needs to be special ordered. So I messaged my dad after I made the phone call to what's going on with my tenant, who's now in a nursing home. I don't know what's going on with her. Can't really get into that. But yeah, still no rent money. And it's gonna for me to have her to retrieve my money and then take her to court. Will cost $163 to retrieve my money, which will be then should be tacked on to what she's going to already owe me between late fees, and if it goes into March, it's going to be more. But then she only has 15 days to get out too. So as soon as I give her the notice, 15 days out she goes. It's not 30, it's not 60, it's not nope, it's 15. So I'm going to get on with that. So she knows I'm not joking. I need paid. I said if I don't have it by Friday, she's getting the letter. I'm giving her 2 more days to get it to me. So, the lady, the go-between between the two of us, has been talking to her. She's local now. And obviously I can't go in there and be like, where's my money? Yeah, they consider that harassment. I go down, pay bogus fees for, so I paid for February and March. That way I don't have to worry about worrying about my fines, which were bogus because of my ex leaving my car sit out there from last year. So I'm paying on that. So I paid for February and March, so I don't have to worry about that for till April now. However, yeah, I'm driving around. I was actually going to go get grounded. I was going to go up in the mountains today, get some water. As I'm driving around and I leave, my brake pressure in my car starts to fail. So I'm already dealing with battery problems, now I'm dealing with brake problems. So I'm trying to call my mom because I'm not sure where she's at. she very well could be at the nursing home where lady is. And please hit the like button, who's ever on here. I saw Jay Light of Christ. Hi, how are you? Yeah, this is a typical week in the life of an Aries. Yeah. So I can't really shut my car off. My dad just messaged me finally. So I can't really shut my car off anywhere I go. Well, I couldn't get there because I can't shut my car off or my battery goes dead until I get this wire. And now the brake pressure in my car is acting funny, which was weird because I had asked my dad about the brakes. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the guy was pissing with some stuff in my thing. I don't know if he messed something up. I don't freaking know from down there at Advanced Auto. My battery's good. It's just the wire, which is the expensive one. It's the positive wire, which costs $90. And like I said, if I go and shut my car off, it'll die. So my car will be stuck down in a parking lot. If I don't have somebody to jump me, I'm screwed. Didn't get the internet turned back on yet. I was going to go out and do that sometime this week or next week. I was actually going to take a drive up to the mountain and get some mountain water because I haven't been up there and it's a beautiful day to go do it. It is cold out, but it's a nice day. But then the brake pressure in my car started to fail. So it was like, well, I can't be driving around like this. However, my dad did leave his battery charger here, and so I have to jump it. Then I'm going to have to replug the battery charger back in and keep it with me so wherever I go. So tomorrow will be a better day. Yeah. Tomorrow will be a better day. But I really can't do shit unless I know what's going on with the brakes because I can't drive it like that. Now, I did get, like I said, I stopped to grab my medication from CVS and that wasn't ready. And then they never called it in for my doctor. And then I have to go to the bank and get this thing settled with my credit card or I called them and said, I don't know what's going on. I got to check to see what came out. But I couldn't shut my car off and I wasn't going to leave my car running while I was in there at the bank for an hour talking to them about my account. So first thing I did was go and have my battery checked, which my dad told me to do. And it's the brake line, or not the brake, I don't know. I just got that brake line fixed in September. We all know this. I just got the brake line fixed. This is a typical fucking life of Aries. It's like, but I did go pay 2 months worth of my fine of those payments, so I didn't have to worry about that. And then that lady's stuck in nursing home, and I don't know how I'm going to get my rent money. Lady's still going in to feed the cat, so, well, not to mention when I do go and file for me to be able to retrieve my money, it'll cost me $161 just to file a civil suit to get my money. And I have like $500 to my name. So I got a fixed car, get it inspected, pay my internet, pay my heat, pay my PP&L bill, plus all the utilities down there. no rent money from that lady. Plus there's cats down there. And who fucking knows when I'm going to get that. Now I gotta go I gotta get stuff done with my account. I gotta go job hunting. I gotta do all this stuff. And I can't get nothing done. I went and grabbed a pack of cigarettes, so you're motherfucking right. Bad investment, I know. But I barely got any sleep last night. I don't know about the rest of you. I was up till like 5 o'clock in the morning. I was back up by 9. Well, like I said, I got on here and I'm like, God, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, motherfuckers. Square, opposition, square. Yeah, I'm squared right now. There's a square going on between Mars and Neptune right now. Or Mars and Venus. I don't know. I think it's Mars and Venus. I don't know. There's a square going on. And plus I have Chiron on there. And I was heavily triggered last night because of other stuff, of injustice that I just see with other people. And it's just like... And of course, I never, ever will downplay anybody who's a victim. However, I talked a lot about what had happened to my friend who's in prison. Yeah, I'm going to end up getting to that point. However, I don't know if I can get this kind of tobacco. My friend, who's not the guy, but the female who's in prison, who this town crucified because she didn't leave a situation in enough time. There was another incident that had happened just last week. There was a woman who was with a guy. Wait till you hear all this. This is what really got me. Hi, Jess. There was a woman who got with a guy, and I posted this stuff on my Facebook on purpose because this town, this community, and the surrounding area had crucified a family friend of mine because she didn't leave an abusive situation in time, which many of you know about this. And her and her daughter were being abused, not sexually, but physically. And Arabella passed, 3-year-old little girl. The guy beat her so bad and now is blaming the mom. Well, there was another situation, okay? Sam's in jail, and I'm sure that she probably feels she deserves to be there too because she didn't leave, whatever. That's pretty much what everybody in this town wanted, was pitchforks, and wanted to stab her, and they'd kill her themselves, and they wouldn't mind just, she's a piece of shit, and she's this and she's that because she didn't leave an abusive situation in time. Well, come to find out, there was another situation in this town where, hi Molly, where a woman was in a relationship. She started dating a guy last May. He was 37 years old, and she ended up pregnant over the summer. And then he started accusing her of cheating on her, and he started hitting her and saying he was going to cleanse her of that unborn child, and was calling himself God as he's clawing and scratching her and punching her in the face. Both her eyes were swelled shut at one point. Now, to make a long story short, this was in the newspaper. Yesterday, it was in the news. It took her 5 months to find a safe house to go to. But she was looking. It took her 5 months to get out of that situation. Happily, she got out. However, she's going to need therapy. This woman will need therapy. When you're in a situation, this guy was referring to himself as God. He said he's God. However, displayed the traits of a demonic. She said this guy went clawing and biting her and scratching her and beating the shit out of her and punching her stomach. Doesn't say whether or not the woman was still pregnant or whether she had a baby. They left that completely out of the article. I want to know where this child is. Because if this guy caused a miscarriage and she didn't leave that situation, wouldn't that be almost the same thing as my friend who was only in the situation for 3 months and couldn't get out? Wouldn't that be like remotely the same thing? She knew he was abusive. She wasn't leaving. I want to know where this child is. I want to know she's still pregnant. Not one situation is any better than the other. It's both abuse and it's both terrible. As you hear children playing outside. And I'm just like, I threw it right up on my Facebook. If you guys want to see the article, you can look if you're on my Facebook. And it was very interesting because of what I posted. I'm like, no, wait a minute. This woman was she was pregnant and stayed in a situation with an abusive guy who was trying to kill her baby. And thank goodness there was somebody that was on my Facebook who understood what I was getting at. At first, she was like, no, wait, we don't want to, do this with victims. And I said, I'm comparing here because there's actually a very similar case that had happened with a friend of mine that I know personally that couldn't get out of a situation. And she was only in that situation for 3.5 months. And her ass is sitting in jail because of her child being abused and now dead. So if that guy caused a miscarriage, shouldn't this woman also be considered a shitty human being and a terrible mother because she allowed somebody to hurt her child? Isn't that the same? In my opinion, it is. And she stayed twice as long in this situation. This just goes to show you the double standard in our community when it comes to, in this community anyway, when it comes to abuse. People don't understand it. People don't understand narcissistic abuse. They don't understand how hard it is to get out of these situations. And I'm not downplaying what this, I'm glad this woman got out and she's safe. I'm glad that motherfucker who did this to her is in jail. I'm just saying it's very similar. But yet, this girl's considered a hero because she left. And my friend is considered a horrible mother because she was only in it for 3.5 months and was trying to get out and had nowhere to go. So that triggered me big time last night. When that was the biggest trigger. I don't understand it. These people around, and even on this article, there was people that were making fun of the fact of this woman being abused. The second one. They were just making light of it like it wasn't any big deal. These fucking people and men are disgusting. Like they just make light of domestic abuse, let alone emotional and psychological abuse and what that does to people. Part of the reason I have been struggling and now really, really struggling is due to financial abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse, and physical abuse, and sexual abuse. All the above have been a part of my life. Yet I can't get no help. Nor does anybody feel really sorry for me. Not that I'm looking for pity. I'm just looking for understanding. There is no advocacy here for women. None. But there's no advocacy for anybody. These government agencies are worthless. Absolutely fucking worthless. Thank God. Thank God. My kids are all grown up. Like I said, this could have happened to anybody. And it's happened to a lot of us. And ain't nobody saying anything about it. It needs to be on the forefront. Guess the bottom line, even nobody knows about complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I called Women in Transition, which helps women of domestic violence. They're really focused on more getting women out of human trafficking at this point, but they don't understand narcissistic abuse. They don't. They don't understand trauma bonding. They don't understand Stockholm syndrome. They don't understand any of it. How can these people be running these fucking agencies and not understand this stuff? How? Why are these people in charge of helping when they don't do shit? And I'm talking even across even like even elder abuse. That's a huge issue. Pennsylvania sucks. Something needs to happen. There needs to be a revolution here with the ladies. There needs to be awareness. Something needs to happen. And it's like one of those things where, yeah, I'm really frustrated. And I don't want to seem like the mean guy as far as, you know, the stuff going on with my tenant. She hasn't paid her rent in 2 months. I'm fucking broke. Like, broke. And now she's in a nurse. Like, I feel like I don't know what to do. Like, I can't go in and demand her pay. I don't know what to do. Except for get her out. And that looks mean. That looks abusive in itself. However, this is my livelihood. This is the only income I have. And now I'm having these car problems on top of it. Like, and there's no help for me. You know why? Because my name is on these houses. Yep. I should have been able to get SSD. I should have been able to get SSD because I have a pituitary tumor. I have a brain tumor. And I have hypothyroidism, which I need constant medication. I have ADD and high anxiety from the abuse that I've suffered. So, however, because I have equity in these houses that I'm making no money on, my name is on them. I can't get SSD. I have to sell everything. And then I can get it when you're broke. Yep. Do you have help? Government help? I am Gillette Christ. Do you have government help? 3-day eviction poo. Huh? What do you mean? Are you getting government help? Because didn't you, like, get an apartment and stuff? Hold on a minute. Aren't you getting government help with your housing and stuff? So are you getting kicked out of your house? Like, what is going on? Like, don't you have housing? Weren't you able to get housing? Hello? Do you have a cell phone? But they don't give you anything for housing. Do you have a cell phone? I'm assuming that you do. Why don't you get a hold of me and we can chit chat? If you're willing to move, I may be able to help you if you can get government housing. Because I need a roommate. If you're willing to move, you could switch counties. I have a room over there for rent. And then I know who I'm renting to, another spiritual person such as myself, who can at least help with the bills. You're willing to get the hell out of that area and come down here magical. Oh, I was gonna say, if you wanted to come this way, I really could use a roommate. It's pretty magical here. I think you would like it. The only thing is the government, you'd be able to get assistance. You'd just move your shit. And I have a house full of everything, so as long as you'd help, that's all I need. Well, if you want a roommate that's spiritual, come on down. Because I'm looking for a roommate. Yeah. Get a hold of me on Facebook Messenger. Like I said, you and I could do some fucking damage down here. Then I wouldn't feel so separated. And there's plenty of places for you to go that are spiritual and plenty of places to walk. I need a roommate at this point. And if we can help each other, I'd certainly appreciate it. Then I don't have to feel so alone. You'd be protected. It's my house. And There's a room right over there. That's empty. That's already fully furnished. So, this whole house is. You can move your shit down here. Set you up at the assistant's office. Everything is within pretty much walking distance. Get a hold of me. I will make sure that you can get down here with me. I do enjoy my own time, as long as you don't mind cats. That's all I care about. As long as you're not allergic to them, they are annoying. I'll just let you know. But I really could use help. And the way it's set up down here, that you are on your own thing, I can rent out a room, technically. Washer and dryer here. It is Native American territory, so it could get a little bit weird sometimes. But the river's right over there for you to go ground at. The marina, we could go for walks. I really could use the company. And as long as you don't mind cats, which I have 4 of them. Okay. Oh, I know. I know this. So, if you're willing to make the move, put in your notice, let me know. All you'd have to do is move your shit down here to Northumberland County and have it switched over. I'd have to sign some papers that you're staying here as my roommate, that you buy your own food, you pay your own part. They would help you with the rent and all that other shit, which would be a lot cheaper. Yeah, damage control. And if I can get this car shit working, and I really could use the help, because when I get this lady out, if you want, you could help me with her and the apartment and all of that stuff. Plus, if you want, we could help you find a job too. So, if you're willing to move down here, not to mention, you and I could go on a prayer vengeance around here. Like I said, and if you like to go for nature walks and stuff like that, there's all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of places around here. It's not huge city, and it's not a big county, but it's right along the river. So, and talk about magical. It's pretty magical here. But I really could use the company and the help. All I'd have to do, like I said, I've done it with other people, was sign that you buy your own food and all that other shit. Okay. So am I. And I'm real fussy when it comes to like who I would even consider that with, but I know who you are. I know you're spiritual. I know that you've struggled too. So it's time to link up, people. And I have a room right over there. Did you ever see it? I repainted it and redid everything. It's actually pretty nice. Hang on. Hi, Yvonne. Here, I'll show you what the room looks like. This is my house. This is what the room looks like. Even has a queen-size bed. I do keep a lot of my stuff, some of my other stuff in here. But, yeah, this is a room. And if you have anything you need to store, I have a whole attic and basement. So, yeah. If you like it, that's it. Not to mention, I have a whole house I do not use. A whole damn house. certainly could use the financial help. I could use the spiritual backing. Good morning, Yvonne. And not to mention, you'll be protected here too, because I do have guns. So it would help me greatly. And I won't just let anybody in my house. So consider this an invitation to help me and help you. And it could be a really good thing. Not to mention, if things work out the way that I'm hoping at one point, and I get a job where I'm working on the road, you'd have the whole place to yourself. And you'd basically be my caretaker. So it's up to you. You let me know. If you want to put in your notice where you live, I'm down at this point. I will come and get you and everything as soon as I get my brakes on my car and stuff fixed. I don't know how much stuff you have, but I know you're not too far. You're probably about an hour or two away from me. So message me on Messenger. Let me know what you want to do. Yeah, I know you are. And you're smart, and I like that. Not to mention, there's a lot of shit around here that I want to have a huge ass yard sale. I want to have a huge ass yard sale down at that house, down in my apartment building. Plus, I'm gonna need help down there when it comes to painting, ripping out carpet, because once that lady gets out of there, it's going to be go time. And it's February, so hopefully by April, this whole thing will be done and over with. So if you want to put in your notice that you're moving, let me know. I'll come and get you. We'll pack your shit in my car and bring you up here. Get a hold of your assistants. Tell them you're moving to Northumberland County. You need to switch everything to here. And we'll figure it out. As far as your housing, I could take you down there. I don't know if you have to switch that up there to down here, but I don't think that should be a problem. I know sometimes there's a waiting list, but since you already have it through there, they might be able to help you with getting down here. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out some stuff. Yep. Well, I'm not as meticulous and organized, but I do need the help. I'm telling you right now, I need help. So between me I'm going to go out and get a job. We both have YouTube channels. Well, I pack. So, and I know who you are. Plus, I think you could probably help me when it comes to tax stuff and get my office organized. There's a lot of things I think that you could help me with. Plus, I have all kinds of shit here that you and I can do. It's just, I need motivated, and I think you'd be the perfect one to motivate me. So, you're going to have to get a hold of your assistant's office. You're going to have to get a hold of the housing and tell them, like, what do they pay for you to live up there in that apartment? Do you want to know what? Don't tell me on here. We will figure it out. But I'd like to get this figured out ASAP. So if you can get here by March, that'd be swell. I'll tell you what, after the day I had today, and then the night I had last night, man, we could anchor a lot of light here. Mm-hmm. I think so too. And I've been wanting to ask her to come down here. It's just, I've been waiting to see. And then she got her apartment. And so I have a whole and I wasn't sure what was going on with my daughter. She decided she was going to stay out with her dad. I need a roommate. Plus, like I said, there's a lot of things I need to get organized around here. I'm going to have a whole huge ass apartment I'm going to need to clean out. Plus, there's going to be a shit ton of stuff down there that I'm going to have to sell. Plus, I have a whole attic full of stuff down there that I have to sell. And I need to have yard sales. There's a lot of shit I got to do. A lot of shit I got to clean out. So, if you're up for the task, we can get your shit switched down here. That'll be perfect. Like I said, and then when I get a job, it's probably going to be me traveling. So I'm going to need somebody here with my cats. Then you'll have the whole house to yourself. I just ask that nobody come in my bedroom. That's all. That's the only thing I ask. This is my sacred spot. The way like they do it here, I can rent out a room. And they will pay me. You can still get all your shit, your foods, your medical, all of that. I just have to sign on the paper that all of your stuff is yours. I even have a mini fridge over there, dude. So, you can even tell. Mini fridge and extra microwaves over there, which I keep up here because I just go in there a lot of times and microwaves. I'm set. And then, the upstairs, I have a whole attic. So, I could actually have a house full of roommates if I wanted. It's just, I just don't trust certain. I'm very weird about my energy here now. So, I'm saging constantly. I'm burning frankincense constantly. We all know this about me. I know. I'm a Cappy Moon, so you'd be the perfect person to get me motivated. Not to mention you and I can go down to Career Link together if you wanted. Right where everything is around here, I could show you where everything's at. I actually could get you a job if you wanted one. Immediately. If you wouldn't mind working at Burger King. If you wouldn't mind working at Burger King, they can keep you right under the limit and you can keep getting your stuff. My next door neighbor is a manager there. So, I can get you all set. It's up to you. But I need help around here. I mean, my house is pretty much all... My house is pretty much all remodeled. My office is a nightmare. So when you walk in there, you'd be like, what the fuck? I have 3 years of taxes worth to do that I gotta send in. And I have a lot of shit I have to do. And I think you'd be the perfect person to motivate me. So if you could put in your, get a hold of people immediately that I can get you down here by March 1st, that'd be swell. See what you can do. Get a hold of me through Messenger. I'll give you my cell phone number. I'm not going to put it on here because it is a new number and I know my exes stalk my channel and I don't want them having my number. If we understand. Everyone say hi to my exes that's on here because we all know they're watching. After all, last night, I got a thumbs down on my video yesterday. You know the really good reading that I did for the collective? For love and finances. Time to anchor some light in this place. Not to mention I do have a car. Sort of. Works half the time. From Illinois? I'm closer than what you are, but dude, it's still far. From, no, wait, Illinois, PA? Or is there an Illinois, PA? Or you mean Chicago? Like, Illinois is still Illinois. I'm only like 2 hours, probably an hour and a half from you. West. I'm exactly dead center, Pennsylvania. I'm below Lycoming County, and I'm above Harrisburg, about 50 miles north of Harrisburg. You are actually out east of me. Yeah, are you talking about Illinois? Like the state Illinois? Or are you talking about, is there a town or an area called, here in Pennsylvania? Well, I can get my money situation going. And actually do road trips too, up to the mountains. I was going to do that today, and then my brake pressure started going down. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah. And I messaged Dad, and I'm like, I told you that brake light came on. Didn't know why. Well, her right next door is a manager there. The one right here in town. She walks there all the time. There's a turkey hill right down the street that's always looking for help. That I have degrees, so I'm kind of like looking for an actual regular job. And if you have SSD or anything like that, or to keep you under the limit, they would be able to do that and put you part time. Well, message me in Facebook Messenger, and we will get on the ball with this. Because oh, we'll get on the ball with this and get it going. A day in the life of Aries. Should I say a week? Yo, like 3 days I was in bed from ascension symptoms. And then yesterday I started to come out of it. And then I was up till 4 a.m. Back to that. Up till 4:30 in the morning. Finally, I listened to, what was it? I was listening to some kind of hypnosis shit to put me to sleep. It worked until the cats woke me up around 9 a.m. And I was happy about that. Thank God. Cats woke me up. Good deal. So I got around and decided to go and try and get some of my errands ran. Jumped my car like I needed to. Have my battery tested. Battery's good. The only thing, but I have a bad battery cable. The expensive battery cable. And after that, then the bank thing, and then the battery pressure. Then going to pay on those fines and trying to figure out about what's going on with my tenant down there because she's in a nursing home, and trying to retrieve my money. And it's been a nightmare. Nobody here to talk to about it. And no help. And I feel so bad because I feel like I'm putting so much pressure on my parents who are getting up there in age. And it's like, Well, I'm closer, but not much. Illinois is about the same. Well, it's probably about an hour closer than what it would be for you. So you just have to get up on the 80 and go out through Ohio. What is it? Ohio. Indiana, Illinois. Yes. Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. So you're still looking at a good 9-hour drive from here. It's probably like 10 and a half there. It's a little bit closer, but not much. Still in Pennsylvania. However, you're more, because you're up near Poconos, you're more east and a little north. I'm more southern central. For me to get out to you, all I got to do is get on the 80 and go. So, about an hour and a half drive. Hi, Matt K. How you doing? So about an hour. Closer. Not much. Be about the same. A little closer. I'm good for the most part. A week in the life of an Aries, yeah. Like I said, I was going to go up to the mountains today, and then all of a sudden, I rolled in. I was going to stop and grab my soda, get cigarettes to take, because I had a $1 off coupon. It's the only reason I got them. A $1 off coupon, and I'm almost out of my vaping stuff. You see, there's not much fluid left in there. And I gotta go to the bank at one point and get my account figured out. My main account. So I won't put anything over into that account at this point because it was compromised by a vendor. Yay. So I gotta figure out if there was any money stolen out of my account. Your Mars is at 26 degrees in Sag. My Mars is in Aquarius. I forget the degrees. But Mars right now is about where yours is right now. Mars is about to go into Capricorn, I think, soon. Mars soon heads into Cap. I think it's still in Sag, but I'm not sure. I gotta look at when Mars goes into Capricorn. Pretty soon. But I'm telling you, I'm tired of all these squares. I'm Chiron. Venus is there right now, which is actually squaring Mars. There's some weird shit going on in the skies. Pluto, yeah, fuck him. The Destroyer. I laugh at Pluto. I don't laugh at Saturn, though. Saturn has fucking hated on me. And like I said, then again, we all blame Saturn when Saturn's just trying to give us a better life. Put everything in order. And with me, with being in Aries with a Libra and Cat Moon, and I'm just like, it's obvious I ain't going to be dating anybody. So I'm good with that. Very good on that. Want to date anybody? Hey, dog. How you doing? In the life of Aries. So tomorrow, my dad said he's going to call me after work. So it's like, I know how much money I have to my name. And it's like, what do I do? What do I pay? What's most important? I had to pay those fines before I had a bench warrant. Bullshit fines. One of them from my ex. Fucking asshole. Yeah. It's going to take me till summer to get them paid off. And with those fines, I could have actually paid to have my black card towed. Instead of paying a fine because he pushed my car on the street and refused to help me push it back in my driveway. I did call the insurance company yesterday, though. Yep, I have the insurance suspended on it until I get it up and running. Fuck that. I ain't paying for insurance for it. I'll pay. It's like at the very minimum, like if a tree falls on it, it'll be covered. That's what I have on it. Other than that, it can't be driven. So, till I get it fixed. And that should be getting done as soon as I get a job. It's one of the first things I'm going to do besides paying up all my bills. And can you believe the Bowen agency still hasn't found me tenants for my apartments? They've been ready since October. It's going on March. October, November, December, January, February. Yeah. Soon going to be March. 6 months. They've had them in their care and have yet to find any tenants for them. So is it like Saturn holding back? Don't know. Now I'm getting 0 for the last 2 months for that apartment building down there. Nothing. So something's got to break real fucking soon. And it's interesting because the first month, they get the first month's rent for a finder's fee. Well, you want to know what? Their finder's fee should be waived at this point. Because they haven't found me anybody in 6 fucking months. I've lost money. I've had more people call me about it. I just don't want to deal with people. Now they can't call me. I got a new phone number. My car is actually sitting right out here. Took the insurance off of it, except for if a tree or it gets flooded or something like that. My other car needs inspected this month. The brake pressure just went out on it today. And jumping it, yeah, the battery's fine. It needs a cable. Cost $90 for the cable. Plus, I got to go get it inspected. So who knows what they're going to fucking find with that. And now I'm having issues with the brakes. It's doing the same thing. Pretty much what it did when I was in Jersey. When the pedal went to the floor. I can't drive it like that at this point. So my dad's going to come down and look at it. Don't know. But when I go back out there again, I'm going to have to jump it. Take a deep breath. Jack, look at this cat. I kid you not. He keeps moving my shit. Look. It's sitting against the speaker here. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Really? You sit there and breathe heavy like that? You can let the phone be now. My nerves are shot. This is what happens when I go out in public. He's a dope cat. That's that. And this is his toy. He brings it in here. Yep, see? Look at him. This is hilarious. He brings his toy in here. And he loves this frickin' toy. See? Yeah, you got your baby. You have it. Here's your baby. Take your baby. Yeah. No. His name is Jack. Jackson. Get your toy out of there. His name is Jackson. Oh, yeah. Jack. Do you hear him talk? Jack. What you doing? Hey. Jackson Sparrow Sprangle. Yeah, Captain Jack. Hey. Actually, it's Captain Jack Sparrow Sprankle. But, pirate. Jack. How you doing? Say hi. You're on YouTube. Really? You're going to be shy now? Should I take your baby? Should I take your baby? I got your baby. I got your baby. There you go. He's more like a dog than a cat. He'll play fetch. Want to watch? Watch this. Ready? Go get it. Go get it, lazy. Go get it. You usually play fetch. You brought it up here. Yeah, he's a cat, and he even nibbles and stuff too. Jack. Everybody's watching you, Jack. Go get your stuff. Go get your baby. Stop being lazy. Oh, nice. My prescriptions are ready. Get your baby. Are you going to seriously make me go get it? Okay, fine. We'll see if I can get you to play fetch. Here. What? Here. Hey, I'm trying to play with you. I know, it's too much work. Yeah. Welcome to my YouTube day. Maybe I'll do a reading for Aries and see what fortune we have coming. Because if my life is any indicator of it. We shall see. Yeah. What you doing? Dude. Can I get a little love? I sure hope so. And if I stop petting him sometimes, he will bite me. Like, just nibble. Because he's a Maine Coon. That's... This has been my best friend. Probably my therapy cat, I would say. Anytime I'm struggling with shit, he's always here. He's the one who also tries to steal my chair all the time when I'm reading tarot. Whoop. He was the one that kept on coming up on my chair yesterday. And see how big he is. He's not like any little thing. He's like, yeah, nice size boy. It's not like I overfeed him either. They all get like a half a cup of food in the morning and a half a cup of food in the evening. I don't know what's up with him. Maybe you have thyroid issues. This cat's like my best friend, man. So I said, where I go, my boys go. No, he's like 35 pounds. He's huge. Huge. See if I can get it. I don't know why he's so big. I don't. Because he doesn't eat any more than the other cats. He's just big. I don't know. No, not really. He's big even when he gets bathed. My daughter would always bathe him all the time when he was younger. He probably could use a bath. And he just sits in there. Like, you know how most cats hate water? Not him. She has him compliant when it comes to that. He's already jumped in the bathtub with me. Yes, he has. Do you want to know the funny thing about this cat? I kid you not. Yeah. And he's full grown and he's about 35 pounds. I haven't, from tail to nose. He's from tail to nose. He's probably 3 feet long. He's a good 2.5 feet just from his body, and then his tail's another foot. So he's like not small. And then he comes and he'll take his front paws. Then he comes and takes his front paws and puts them on my stomach, and I'm like, dude, you're killing me, man. Or he'll come and lay across me, especially when I'm going through some stuff. He'll come and like right across my my sacral chakra and just purr. And I actually was told that when they do that, that's their healing. But he comes, he'll just stand right across, well, lay across me. Sometimes it's like so constricting. I'm like, dude, you gotta move, man. Every night he sleeps right here next to me. When there's a whole bed, there's a whole damn bed this cat could be sleeping on. He chooses to lay right here on my side of the bed. Yeah, I don't know if there's some really crazy spiritual stuff going on right now with him or just in the atmosphere. I'm assuming there could be some spiritual stuff going on of why he's acting like that, because he doesn't usually do that. Usually and a lot of times he won't leave. There's times where I just don't want any cats in here too. There's times where it's like, can't you guys just get out and leave me alone? Yeah, look at me like that. Look at him down there with his toy. Look, he goes right back down to that toy. What is it with you and that toy? You don't act like a normal cat. I hope you know that. Jack. Jack! Hey! Psst. You don't act normal. Oh yeah, they're upgrading too. We all are. I think that they sense it though. And yesterday was a real healing day. It was weird. It was like there was some stuff going on. Spent about an hour crying. Typical. But there was in my thing that did I do that reading yesterday? Was that yesterday that I did that? It might have been. But there was I'd sent Yvonne a meditation with Archangel Raphael and healing and stuff like that. That meditation. And then I got triggered, like I said at the beginning of this, I got triggered hell last night when I saw the one article about the cops basically patting themselves on the back for helping a woman get out of an abusive situation after 5 months of it. And I'm sitting there thinking, but you put my friend in prison for being in an abusive relationship. I want to know, not to mention she was pregnant, and I don't know if she said that the guy beat her and punched her in the stomach. I don't know if she lost that child. But if she stayed in an abusive situation and she had a miscarriage because of that guy, then shouldn't she knew she was pregnant but didn't leave for how many months and she lost a child, shouldn't that be the same? Because my friend's in prison because she lost her child. And she was with him for way less time than this woman was. I look at things like fair and just. I don't look at things like what's good for one isn't good for the other. They're both the same to me. But yet everybody looks at one as a victim and the other one, oh, just because that child might not have been born yet, she was still pregnant and knew that the guy was abusive and stayed. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't seem to be fair to me. Because it took her a while to find a safe place. Well, guess what? The system also failed. They tried to get Arabelle out of there, or the cops did. Oh, there was so much stuff that I want to expose. The family came and took the kid. They could be charged with kidnapping. So they let her in an abusive situation where she ultimately died because the family was warning them the guy was abusing him and Sam. Or the baby and Sam. We get told the family they couldn't take that child out of there, or they'd be charged with kidnapping. Seems to me like there was some injustice going on. And then they arrested her because she didn't leave. Well, she had no means to leave. She's out in the middle of no fucking where with no car, no cell phone, and no money. I didn't know nothing about it. The girl went missing for like 4 months off Facebook. And of course, you don't really think of it. So 3, 4 months. Well, in 3, 4 months, I just figured maybe she started another account, or I didn't know. It's nothing for somebody to get into a relationship and go off the radar because they're in a relationship. That happens. I didn't know there was abuse going on. If I would have known, I would have opened up my fucking house to them. I would have got them out of there some way or another. At least tried. And if she would have turned me down, then I would have been pissed. The family couldn't really open up the house because they had no room. It is a good video. So, either way, yep. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh yes, and complain. I said everything can be so much more worse. But it seems like I'm hitting brick walls every time I turn around. So I'm just trying to figure out some stuff and get some things in place. I need to make moves. Smart moves. I need to figure out what's going on. Like I said, I let friend of tenant know today when I called this morning. If I don't have the full amount by Friday, I'm going to be tacking on all of the late fees. I'm going to the magistrate and having her evicted. Period. So she'll be staying in that nursing home. Either the shit gets paid immediately by Friday, or she has 15 days. Period. End of story. 15. Not 30. They told me down to magistrate, 15 days. So, and then I'll be taking her also for the civil part and retrieving my money. Jay said it's going to cost me $165 to do so. So, I got to figure out how I'm going to divvy up this $500 I have between internet, trying to get that turned back on, UGI, water bill. I don't have enough. I don't. Car inspected by the end of the month. Car fixed. How? So, I do know one thing. Tenant has a nice, decent car. So, I don't think she'll be allowed to drive that anymore. She might have to sell it. I'm gonna find how much it's worth and be like, all right. Then I have an extra vehicle that works. Maybe then I could sell one of these other two. We'll see. Something's got to give. Or I could see if she wants to sell it anyway. Because my daughter needs a car. We shall see. All right. Yeah, I brought all my beads. My beads are all sitting up here on the table. Look. My table's kind of a little bit messy right now because I'm letting them up there for right now. I'm going to sort them out, put them in the proper boxes they belong, take them downstairs. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, I'll just hope everything works out for everybody and everybody who's moving can get placed where they need to go. Because I'm not quite sure with my qualifications and stuff like that. I kind of want to get in some kind of system. I don't know. Man, it'd be really nice to turn that apartment building into a healing house. I know that much. Or sell it, one of the two. It's going to be one of the two. If I can't get I'm telling you, can't get tenants in there by April, it's going up for sale. Period. That's what I wanted to do the whole damn time. I thought about if my daughter would have taken up cosmetology, I was going to take the front part of that apartment and turn it into a salon for her. Well, she decided she wanted to take up nursing instead. So, guess that's out. Can turn it into a metaphysical store. Could do that. I could actually move out of here and move down there too, but I don't want to really move out of this house. This house is way nicer than that apartment. But the upstairs, like, I almost want to, because, like I was saying, I have such a heart for people who've gone through abuse and stuff like that, for a safe house. I almost want, Jack, I almost want to turn it into like almost a safe house because it has double locks on it. Ain't nobody can get in there unless you have a lock to the front door. Plus their apartment locks. And I'm putting in cameras. So out front, in the hallways, up the back steps, there'll be cameras. So that's really, I wanted it specifically for women who are trying to get out of abusive relationships. However, I don't know if the local government will support that because they have no advocacy program here. And it could be funded, but to try and do all that costs money. Yeah, it's contract work, and it costs money. 2 of those apartments are ready to go. But I could work with them women because I've been there. So I can go down there and do healing sessions with them and all kinds of stuff. Metaphysical stuff. If that makes any sense. Well, that's what I was thinking. But it needs funded. It needs to be funded. And I doubt the state will fund it. It would have to be nonprofit. And it'd be under government housing then, kind of. And I don't want these women to feel like they have to be under the government. So I don't know. Just something I've been thinking about, and well, it has to be funded, and at least that I get my rent money. So, and I wanted it specifically for women who were abused. And they would be under full surveillance. Nobody could mess with them. There's off-street parking, so nobody would even know where they lived. And it would be a safe house. And if I knew that that was the situation, I'd go down there a couple times a week, and we'd have group meetings and stuff like that. How they're doing, making sure they get the therapy and stuff like that, and all that good stuff. That would be one thing that I would like to do. So that could be a project that I start working on. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna need help, which is why I said about my girl on here coming here to stay, and her and I could figure this out together. She could be my roommate, and her and I could start this together. She's a Capricorn. I'm an Aries. And even if I end up on the road, that'd be something that she could also do. As she's maintaining down here, she'd be interested. But it'd pretty much have to be government funded. Hmm? Yep. I just sparked a shit. Other people have to take it over then. Like I said, in that front room, I could turn into a metaphysical shop. Hmm? Yepper. Unlike that bottom apartment, it's a nice, big, huge, where Anna lives, it's a big, huge 2-bedroom apartment. But it's gonna all need remodeled because she destroyed it with cats. So I'm gonna have to get somebody in there and tell me how much it's gonna cost for new carpet, new flooring, and paint, and all the above. So guess what Lisa's gonna. Plus, I need to get a job. Plus, I need to get my cars fixed. There's a lot I have to do. Well, that front room I could definitely turn into like a spot. And I could even have my shaman come in there and do some work with them there. Oh yeah, I got some ideas. But it would take for me to get Anna out of there. And now that Anna's in the nursing home, I don't know really. She owes me for 2 months, going to be soon 3 months of rent. And I need that money to pay bills. And so I don't know about getting a hold of women in transition to say, look, I got these 2 apartments down here. So I got to see. I got to get on the ball. But I can't really drive anywhere at this point until my car gets fixed. That takes money. I got $500 my name. So if I can get my roommate down here, someone else who's in this, yes, God, please help me. But then, like I said, with my shaman coming in, if I get my shaman to come in there and do some stuff, help with these girls, if I can get some women in there, that would be super swell. Heck, we can even do fires in the backyard down there. Heck yeah. That's a huge backyard. That's where I could actually put a garden at. What in the hell am I thinking? What am I thinking? We could do gardening and everything down there. It's huge backyard. Grow some tobacco. Uh-huh. All this takes money, though, and I'm going to need help. Can't do it alone. And each one of those apartments, if you go back through my videos, they're beautiful. Really nice. I want to do the same thing with the downstairs apartment, too. Like I said, I was hoping to remodel it and put it up for sale, which my ex-husband was fine with that. If I could come up with some idea, or I could get be 3 apartments, like almost like a security person downstairs that I trust. Like I said, I had honestly thought about myself moving in down there and doing this myself and moving out of here, but I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to leave my home. But really, the only thing I use here is the washer dryer, and up here, it's like, I've got to figure it all out. And it all takes money, and that's what I need. I need resources. Plus my YouTube, plus everything else that I do. So, yep, I need assistance. Either way, be praying for me, because these are all ideas that I've been having going on. And I've been thinking about trying to get her out of there for the longest time. And it's kind of happening, but it's sort of happening in a way that's affecting me, even in a negative way. But like I said, sometimes Saturn and Pluto have to tear everything down to build everything else back up. Well, my ex-husband's like, let's just sell it. And I understand why he would say that. Because right now he's paying the mortgage because I can't afford it. Because there's nobody down there. And I feel bad about that. But hell, I paid it for how many years? Half the amount of time. But it's one of those things where I gotta get my brain moving here. And beyond all that, I want to get out in the public and start working. But yeah, I actually know where I could plant food and plant stuff now. I have a whole yard down there. What am I thinking? I gotta go down there and mow every week anyway. So, I'm gonna get off here. I think I said that a couple times now, but yeah, I'm letting it flow. These are ideas I'm thinking of. So I'm putting it right out there on YouTube. Be praying for me because I need help. Yeah, I don't. You don't. Not to mention next door, I need to remodel that unit too. So, I am too. And I'm doing it alone. Like I said, that's why a roommate would be. And I don't see me getting into a relationship anytime soon. Nope. It's one of those things where it's like I want to kind of. It's not even. I can. I don't need to prove to anybody that I don't need to be in a relationship. I don't need to prove that to myself. I don't need to prove that to any of you guys. You guys have all saw me say hasta la vista to people. No problem. Well, it did hurt, but I still did it. So that codependency is broke. I was never codependent on other people. However, trying to get out of the mental bullshit, and then, you know, the mental flows over into the physical. And there you are. So be saying prayers for me. I need it. Like I said, I got ideas. Like I said, and I know a local shaman that I could probably get to work with some of these women. You'd be able to take medical insurance. That'd be awesome. Because this is the new wave, baby. Working with people. Getting them healed from all this trauma that they've endured. If they're not willing to work on their trauma, then I get it takes a little while. But I'd be the perfect victims advocate. I said that just triggered me so much yesterday when I read that, and then there was people that were, you know, but yet the way they treated Sam was different. Well, it's what I've always kind of wanted to do when I bought property down here. It's just, I was hoping that I would be able to work and do that kind of like free of charge. Make free meals for people and like all that kind of stuff. Have group sessions. That takes having a counseling degree, though. Can be a life coach. I can get a certificate for that. But then again, I have a sociology degree and I have a degree in criminal justice. So that really should count. Plus all my own shit that I've gone through. Oh, but you need to have that degree. No. You need to have empathy. Be able to say, I've been there. I understand. Well, behavioral health didn't seem to think so. Because they didn't want to take people to trauma therapy. And that's what a lot of them needed was therapy, and they knew it. They just wanted to keep them in the system. And I probably have to work with that fucking agency too. Yep. So they'd have to see my beautiful face. Remember me? Boy, wouldn't that be a kicker? That was covert bullcrap. But you wanna know what would be the real kicker? Is if I actually was able to do this and do what I wanted to do with these women. And they'd have to be sort of like case managers to all this. And I'd be running that place. I'd be like, remember me? Yeah. Now you have to work with me. And you can't fire me. I'm going to work for you. Now you got to work with me. How's that feel? And boy, would that be rewarding work. I'm going to write the President of the United States. I am. I'm writing him a letter. We'll see what he says. We'll see how much he cares about women. Because if he does, he'll be like, that's a great idea. I support that. Funding. Give this girl some funding. That would be federal funding. Especially if I can get some women who were human trafficked in there. Hey. Yipper. It's all going to, like I said, I'm Gilletta Christ. That was on here. She'd be perfect to help me set this up. She'd be perfect to help me set all of this up. She's extremely intelligent and smart. Help me get shit. Mm-hmm. So, it's a great idea. I know that. And I'd be, I don't know how long term each person would be able to stay there. I don't know. So they'd be ready to be incremented back out into society, and that would be the goal. They would be reaching goals with getting jobs and getting re-establishing society, getting educated on abuse, and the whole 9 yards of what they've been through. Going to therapy, the whole 9. However, I would need funding. And I certainly don't want this county telling me what I can and cannot do. Because they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. They look at people with complex post-traumatic stress disorder or CPTSD as disabled, which in a way they are. But they also can heal. And I know how. And it takes time. And it takes work. And it's spiritual, emotional, psychological, mental. And it takes time. So, we'll see. That's where I'm at with it. The Bone Agency don't get a hold of me with people to get in there by next month. I will be putting it out there. I'm writing the president. That's one thing I'm going to do. Before the end of this week, I will show you I have a letter written about what I've experienced, what has happened to me, the lack of help I've had, the shit with my rentals, the shit I've gone through with this county with help, and what my goal is for that apartment building and what I want to do since I've gone through this stuff. So we'll see what the president has to say, and hopefully I will be able to I don't know. They'll be like, oh, well, you should go to the state. Yeah, like I'm gonna ask the state for anything. I'll talk to the president myself. I need to have a sit down with him. I've been saying this. I'll have a letter ready about domestic violence and abuse. And workplace bullying as well within the government. You'll see it right there for you. So, either way, Like I said, I really don't want state funding. I'd rather have federal funding. There's no advocacy programs here. Hardly anything. So, I'm getting off here. I'm going to let you go. Like I said, see you later, Christ. Get a hold of me. Get your ass down here. We got work to do. Yeah. And it's not going to just be a bitch session. It's going to be like, this is what I've gone through. This is what happened. This is my vision now. I need funding. Where do I start? I have these degrees. I've gone through this. I know it works and I know it does not. And it certainly isn't just medication and a psychiatrist. It's not. So, I'm going to get off here. Now I am. Either way, I love you guys. You guys take care. Yeah, this is a week in the life of an Aries and how my mind thinks. So the shit that turned out into a negative, I need to write it down and turn it into a positive. Yeah, look at that. I already have flashcards sitting here at all times. Okay, you email me. I'd appreciate it. beautifulmind4275@gmail.com. If people need coaching sessions too with me, you let me know. Okay. Email me. Everything's down in the description. Well, it will be down. It's in the description boxes of all my readings. I'm going to start with Aries again at one point. I might do that later this evening. So we're aware. I got lots of jewelry and stuff I still need to string and make and all that other stuff. Like I said, I got so much shit to do. And I need hands on deck. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And you guys take care. I'll be busy. As long as I can get that car going. That's the biggest thing is my vehicle. So I love you guys. You guys take care. I'll see you later. I'm going to come on later on this evening and do Aries reading. If you want to join me later, bye.